Is Evan Turner right? Are the Celtics all set at center? I'm Sierra Goodwill here with Josue Pavon. A lot of talk has been around this team before beginning of the season. This team is really good, has a lot of shooters, a lot of wings, but they don't have a high-level center. But Celtics might be proving us wrong with Daniel Theis and Enes Kanter really getting going lately.
Yeah, I think that kind of talk is what's triggered this, especially from someone like Daniel Theis, who is, I know Brad Stevens tends to mix things up, but he's the starting center. That was the big question heading into the regular season. Who's going to be the starting center? Is it going to be Kanter? Is it going to be Theis? Could Robert Williams get a chance? And I think Theis stole the show with what he was able to do on the defensive end. Kind of reverted back to who he was a couple of years ago. I feel like the injury from last season sort of changed things for him, but now he's coming back full strength. Yeah. And I think this kind of talk is what led to that. And that's Kanter. We talk about someone who, one of the bigger free agent signings for the Celtics during the offseason, and all of a sudden, the first couple of months of the season, he was barely cracking in anywhere near 20 minutes a game. I think Enes Kanter knew if he wants to play more consistent minutes and wants to really be on the floor down the stretch at the end of the games, that it's going to have to be what's done on the defensive end, not necessarily on the offensive end or what he does for the glass. He does grab rebounds at a high level for this Celtics team, but what he does defensively will make all the difference, and that's what's ultimately kept him on the floor, and that was certainly the case against the Hawks.
Theis and Kanter, really good compliments for each other. You mentioned because Theis obviously proving himself defensively, and right. Kanter's known for offensive rebounding.
Absolutely.
Theis was joking after the game on Friday night against the Hawks that the whole team was kind of giving Kanter crap because he hasn't.
No, that's right. Yeah.
He can't get up. He got a couple on Friday night against the Hawks. But with how well these two are playing and complementing each other, do you think that the Celtics are set? Do you think that they shouldn't have their eyes on a center for the rest of the season and kind of roll with who they've got?
I think you roll with what you have. Again, these two guys are really motivated right now. I think this stretch, we'll find out a lot about this team this month of January with 16 games, jam-packed, really congested schedule, back and forth, a lot of back and forth. So, that obviously plays a toll on a lot of guys, but we'll see what these two are made of. And then I think if that's avenue the Celtics do end up going down, you're most likely going to see that from the waiver wire. A free agent that you can pick up right before the deadline and sort of mold your team those last couple of months heading into the postseason. But in the meantime, I like seeing what these guys have. You still have the rookies. Grant Williams is still getting some playing time in there. I'm still not giving up on Robert Williams yet, Sierra. I know we've talked about him a couple of times. I tend to be the only one that brings him up, but that's okay. I'm not giving up on him. I don't think he's going to come in here and
he's got potential, but
he's got potential,
when you can't stay on the floor.
Exactly, and I think that's sort of the question that Brad Stevens has to answer before he makes that next step into looking into making a trade. And a lot of these big names that are involved out there, they're not going to be cheap. You have to match contracts in this league, Sierra. It's fun to fantasize about this big center that you could put in the mix there, and of course, the Celtics do have someone like Gordon Hayward that you could put into a trade to match salaries. But moving forward, someone like Andre Drummond, I just feel like with the amount of money that he makes, it really, really complicates things for a franchise that's looking to lock in a franchise player and Jason Tatum. And we don't know what's going to happen with Gordon Hayward. Does he opt in? Does he opt out? These are questions that are months away from being answered, and I think the Celtics are better served finding out what they have before they actually look through those avenues.
This Garden Report is brought to you by betonline.ag. Head to their website, enter promo code CLNS50 to receive your welcome bonus. For all of our Celtics coverage, head to our website at CLNSmedia.com, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at CLNS Media.